former Midvaal Mayor Bongani Baloyi has resigned from the Democratic Alliance after 14 years in the party. I'm now joined by Democratic Alliance Gauteng leader Msimanga to give us some reaction. A very good morning to you, Mr. Msimanga. Thank you for your time. Does this resignation of Bongani Baloyi come as a surprise?
Well, it does. It comes as a surprise. Bongani has never indicated that he was intending or wanted to leave the party. Never indicated that to me or to any of our colleagues within the organization that he intended on leaving. And yeah, this comes as a shock to most of us in the party. And it's something that, we still need to engage with Bongani and find out, the real reasons why he wants to depart from the party.
And how has his resignation been received by the party?
It's been received with a bit of shock. It's been received with sadness. I mean, Bongani is somebody that has contributed quite immensely to the organization, both in its leadership structures and also in government, where we are in government. He has actually contributed quite a lot. And this is something that a lot of people within the organization are, now reacting with a bit of shock and with a bit of sadness, to him parting from the Democratic Alliance.
Bongani Baloyi was essentially touted as, by some, as the DA's Gauteng Premier candidate for the national election in 2024, and the DA really putting him out as a huge part of the party's future. What gap does this now leave? How does it change dynamics within the party when it comes to the future and such a young person who had such a huge impact to make in the future?
Well, we all contribute one way or the other, and I don't think that it would be correct to then say that Bongani would have automatically become the premier candidate for the DA in Gauteng in 2024. There are processes that we do follow. The selection panels that one have to go and appear in front of, do psychometric testing, do interviews and so on and so forth. So there's no guarantee that anybody will then become the candidate before all those processes are actually done and dusted with. That's number one. Number two is that there's quite a lot of young people who come into politics and we leave the parties that we would have otherwise joined. But the organizations do continue, they do carry on. There's a lot of young people, as you would know. We now have one of the youngest mayors that is there in Chris Pappas, who is now in KZN. We have quite a number of people, even in Midvaal, in other municipalities, and even in the provincial legislatures across the country. So there's always going to be a pool of talent in which the party can actually rely on. But yeah, Bongani is leaving a gap in terms of the knowledge that he had actually acquired throughout the years that he has been within the organization and have actually learned and actually applied himself in his position as the mayor of Midvaal. So that is something that obviously one cannot then say that is going to go unnoticed. I think it's something that is there, but luckily there has always been people that have been with him and studying underneath him. Peter Taxera would be one of those people that is also now the current mayor of Midvaal. So I think there is quite a huge talent that we can always tap into going forward.
Do you think that perhaps, he was very clear, Bongani Baloyi, speaking to us a short while ago, that he wasn't purged out of the party and he leaves on good terms with no frustrations or any internal fights. But as a person looking from the outside of the party, we know that racial politics has been a huge factor. And as I spoke to a political analyst, he spoke about perhaps one wanting to craft out their own identity within a party that doesn't really have clear structures when it comes to dealing with racial politics. Could that be perceived as an influential factor in this resignation?
No, I would say I'm personal friends with Bongani Baloyi, amongst other people, Kana Makashule, Kumera Mlifo, and quite a lot of people that are personal close personal friends with Bongani Baloyi, and I can guarantee you that that is not one of those things that, racial tensions would have been the reason why Bongani would have wanted to leave the organization. We're still going to engage with him. As I said to you earlier on, we'll still engage with Bongani to find out what are the reasons that, he wanted to leave. Could be that he wants to pursue other interests, as he had indicated to us when we had said to him that we wanted him to run again for the office. And he said no, he didn't want to run because he actually was intending on going to the private sector or pursuing other interests as well. So I think that might be one of the reasons why he is going the route that he is actually going. So, but I don't think it's anything to do with the issue of race or race politics in this instance.
Very well. Thank you so much for your reaction. Thanks for weighing in on this discussion. Gauteng DA leader Msimanga also speaking there about former Midvaal Mayor Bongani Baloyi's resignation from the DA.